NC State beat Oakland to make it into the Sweet 16. That's the main story, right? It is a survive and advance vibe. It is by any means necessary. It took overtime. It had all these things, but that is the main story, okay? They're still playing basketball against so many odds. But if you listen to The Drive, you know we never stop with the main story, right? There's nuance, there's context, there's levels, there's things that you have to explain or have a conversation about, would be the better way to put it. You know what I think is funny? I think part of the context is we may have been worried about the wrong NC State Wolfpack player getting tired.
Oh, yeah?
So much talk about DJ Burns getting tired and fatigued and possibly not being there. And oh, will he be able to last? And oh, they've played 7 games in 11 days. And oh, he played 42 minutes against Oakland. 42 minutes. I think the concern, we might be looking at the wrong person to get tired. DJ Burns, he's good at getting tired. I don't know how else to describe it. He understands where he can catch a breath, mostly on defense. He understands when he can stand motionless for 5 seconds. He understands that when the ball's on the other side of the offense, he can kind of lackadaisically try to get positioning just to make his defender work, but he's saving energy. Then when he gets the ball, suddenly it's like turbo mode. So when he gets the ball, all of a sudden he's got all the energy in the world. He knows how to disperse it because he's been dealing with it all season, all off season, all postseason. Here's DJ Burns on the challenges of all the physical play in the post.
Again, it's one of those games, where I had the choice to, get in my feelings about getting fouled or continue to play hard. I just hit a point where I was like, I just got to ignore it because it's not going away. So I just wanted to try my best to keep going for my guys.
And every time you yell at the ref, that's breath you're not catching. However, if you look at the team as a whole, they shot roughly 45%. That's not bad, right? That makes sense. You won an NCAA tournament game. If you take away DJ Burns' 9 for 12 shooting, State shot roughly 38%. They shot 20 of 52. And that's a lot of missed jumpers. That's a lot of missed, drives that require a lot of energy. And any basketball player knows this, and every coach knows this that's ever coached basketball. When you get tired, what's the first thing to go?
Your talk.
That's funny. But physically, it's your legs, right?
It's your legs, yeah.
So jump shots. So if you're missing a lot of jump shots, it's often because you're fatigued, which is why every coach is like, we're going to run suicides, or we're going to run 1660s or 33s, or whichever, the conditioning run of your coach's choice was. And then we're going to take a jumper, and if you make it, we'll be done. Right? And it's like, okay, but when you're tired, you're not going to make jumpers. You're not going to make free throws because your legs are gone. DJ Horn shot 1 of 6 from 3 against Oakland. Casey Morcell shot 2 of 6 from 3. The jumper goes first with tired legs, right? Horn, Morcell, Diarra all played less minutes than DJ Burns. I can't remember that happening at all this year. If you just Horn and Morcell, I can't remember them playing less minutes. For as tired as DJ Burns looks and or like our common sense says he should look, he's good at it. There's no wasted energy. Everybody else we haven't been paying attention to, they're the ones that I'm like, get off your feet, hydrate, right? Get into the ice bath. You got a little bit of a break here, right? You got this midweek break. Do everything you possibly can to get back and be 100%, because these tournament games, there's no guarantee they won't go to overtime. There's no guarantee you won't be playing 40-plus minutes. There's no guarantee you won't have some foul trouble like Diarra and Middlebrooks had, where Burns can't come out or anybody can't come out. And, again, it was so much fun to watch the nation learn about DJ Burns. I said this during the ACC tournament because I watched the championship with someone that had never watched DJ Burns play basketball before, and just watching their bewilderment was so much fun. It's like watching a great movie that you know is great, and you're watching it with someone who's seeing it for the first time, and you're just reliving it all through them. The nation is getting to know DJ Burns, and I'm just like, oh, I remember my first time. Here's Kevin Keats on with Adam Gold right here on 99.9 The Fan earlier today on that exact phenomena, the nation learning about DJ Burns.
It's funny because now the national audience is kind of seeing what everybody in the ACC and the people around Raleigh are seeing. He's a great story, big teddy bear, great, touch, soft feet, quick on his feet, can do some different things. And, just one of those, great guys to be around. And I think he's taking his game to another level. He and I spoke after the season last year, and he just did not like the way he ended the season against Creighton and didn't play well. And so I knew once we got back into postseason, it was going to be a different DJ Burns.
It is, and it's also it also isn't a new DJ Burns or a different DJ Burns. And here's what I mean by that. It could just be he's facing people that don't understand. And I said this going into the NCAA tournament, you can't simulate DJ Burns in practice. I don't the only way, and Dennis brought it up, the only way to even give a shot was you'd have to hit up the football team and say, can we get your tallest tackle? Yeah. And just have him beat up our post in practice for a day or two so they get used to what it's like to have that much weight leaning on you. Because it's not an offensive foul if he's just leaning, right? If he now there occasionally, an elbow gets tossed or he's really, invoking his inner goal line running back and it gets a little close there. But when he's just leaning on you, it's just tiring. You're just in a squat with 400 pounds, 300 pounds on the bar and you're just sitting in the hole and you do that for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes of game time. You're just going to be tired and you can't prepare for it. You have to do it a few times, learn what you did wrong, and then that third, fourth time, you'll be all right. But guess what? You're only going to face him one time. It's an NCAA tournament. Teams in the ACC have figured some stuff out. They played him better this year than last year. Teams in the tournament, they don't have that ability. Because I remind you of this. There were a lot of games where Burns wasn't super effective this year. He's been super effective in the tournament. Now, one way you could just say Burns is playing better. Sure, possible. Another way is to say they don't know what to do with him. I think that's more possible, right? Him and Baycott, right? Baycott after the game was after their first UNC-NC State game, Baycott was comparing last year to this year and the battles they've had. You're not going to hear that with Marquette. You didn't hear that after Oakland. You didn't hear that after Texas Tech. There's no this is what it was like. There's all we experienced it for the first time and we didn't do a good job with it.